In nowadays era, a user-friendly research and assessment is essential for consumers to purchase or even decide that it's worth spending further time on that particular product. In our situation with the introduction of Canon PowerShot SX420IS into school curricula, it will not take long for students to determine whether they're interested or not in this type of a product. When it comes to determining the user experience, we will utilize certain methods while discarding the others. Based on our hypothesis, we will conduct a qualitative search to find out how the introduction of Canon PowerShot SX420 in the school curricula can change student career and confidence. Also, we will go further into making a comparison with Nikon B500 just to see the consumer review and user experience when it comes to these two different brands. In the past years alone, based on the third-party research, Canon and Nikon alone have increased in popularity as the end consumers perceive these brands as a symbol of quality in image as well as in photography. Now let's cover a little bit the different methodologies in assessing these two different cameras. The first one, when it comes to usability testing, it is essential in determining whether the camera will perform as required and if it has the essential functions such as the aperture, the depth of field, or the white balance. The answers that we are hoping for are that the camera behaves in the way that we expect, we meaning the students, and also give them, the students, what they wanted from a camera, a certain type of light, a certain type of depth of field when taking a photograph. The second one, when interviewing the students in class, asking open questions, it is very important as it is going to showcase the certain features on a particular camera, as well as its competitor, the Nikon B500, as well as what is it that they're looking for in that particular camera. With card sorts, it is a good way of finding out how much students are willing to invest in a professional camera and the thought of the process interview. With eye tracking, as fascinating as eye tracking methodology is, I believe it will be a little bit redundant in our situation when looking to find out more data on the use of the camera in digital photography class, as applies more in the website industry when talking about the user experience on the website. A/B testing is also a great example to showcase why a person abandoned an online cart. However, yet again, it does not apply to a physical camera study research. The desirability studies is a way to measure the aesthetic appeal. In my example, Canon PowerShot is a smaller version of a bigger camera that incorporates great features, as well as it has an aerodynamic design for a better grip stabilization effect, and it fits nicely in a photographer's hand while taking a photo. In terms of reliability of the camera and expert reviewing, we could use digital photography with teachers and professors. So different professionals, we would have them utilize the Canon PowerShot SX420IS, and how can that be integrated in school curricula by creating an objective evaluation of that user experience on digital platform. And the way we can use it is just to utilize a virtual camera, which we could set up so that the photographers as well as the teachers can use them in real time, as well as it allows them to assess the project and test the product before it's actually being used in class. The next will be the survey. So utilizing Google Pro or SurveyMonkey to determine the desirability of a product on its particular demographics. We will assess students on how they feel on the particular camera features, or whether they think that those features will be helpful or not when utilizing the camera. By using structured diary study on a group of students and analyzing their thoughts and behavior at different times, we can create an in-depth analysis of these two cameras and their use. Diary study is very important as it analyzes the context in which Canon PowerShot SX420IS is utilized throughout the semester, and how does that relate to the career development and confidence of the students. Determining the key users or the personas in our qualitative analysis is another essential tool when performing the UX research. One can be a female student, age 18 to 35, passionate about Instagram, fashion, interior design, and Pinterest, or a male student passionate about technology, eventually working in a web and software development company. Last but not least, participatory design research is great for project management and gathering the key players when implementing a question and answer on a specific product research and development. However, I don't know if it will be relevant in our situation here with assessing the Canon PowerShot SX420IS. While there is not an exhaustive data on the way to perform a qualitative analysis, it is important to understand how to choose the right audience, ask the right questions in a way not to bias the answers, and understand how to transform the questions into relevant data. In this case, how is Canon PowerShot a good option for digital photography students?